Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker and its teaser trailer made its official debut over at Star Wars Celebration Chicago just 1 week ago, and ever since then the entire globe of Star Wars fans have been very much mystified about what's really going on with the teaser trailer and the true meaning of the official title of Episode 9. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about this film that a lot of people are asking themselves right now is, of course, the true meaning of the movie and the actual title itself, The Rise of Skywalker. What does it mean? Now, ever since J.J. Abrams' appearance at Celebration, he has been answering questions non-stop every single day, as we go through the week, and a lot of those questions had all to do with another Skywalker quite possibly being in Star Wars Episode 9. And what J.J. Abrams had to say in response to MTV News when they were asking him, Ben Solo is the last Skywalker, right? And J.J. Abrams had to simply say this: keep going. And he paused, and he smiled, and he said it in a very cryptic way. And other questions about, aside from MTV News, from interviewers and interviews at Celebration when asked about if there is another Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 9, regarding to the title itself, J.J. Abrams had this to say briefly: you will have to see the movie to determine that for yourself. Of course, we don't want to demystify everything right now, but what I will tell you is this, is that we are all excited for you to see this movie. Additionally, J.J. had to say this about the title: it's the wisdom that they've acquired, and the question is this new generation. Are they up to the task? Can they stand up to what they have to? And so in a way, I feel like we, coming into this movie, we inherited a lot, and the question is, can we do it? And that question we ask ourselves every day. So what's really intriguing is that also JJ says this about the fans and, of course, The Rise of Skywalker from MTV. So this has to tell the story, so we weren't looking to play games with audiences. We knew we had to make this feel like it was a satisfying conclusion. So, like I say, the first thing here, what J.J. Abrams had to say in response to another Skywalker, is when he says, you will have to see the movie to determine that for yourself. Of course, we don't want to demystify everything right now. So that's what he had to say about The Rise of Skywalker and whether or not there is another Skywalker in this movie, as well as the MTV questions involving, the title and what it was like during the last day of shooting. J.J. Abrams also went over that. I actually do want to go over this. When MTV was asking J.J. what it was like to shoot on the first day, J.J. had this to say: the last day on this one, The Rise of Skywalker, was a more emotional last day because we knew it was the last day. There wasn't another movie. There wasn't another plan to get together. So J.J. Abrams, he's pretty much making it clear that this is a very emotional film, not just for the characters, but also for the cast and crew, because this really is the final film of the Skywalker saga. This is the end, no ifs, ands, or buts by Disney and Lucasfilm. So like I say, aside from MTV News, all the different interviews that happened over at Celebration, especially the ones when they were asking him about another Skywalker being in this movie, in, referring to the actual title itself, that's all he had to really say, and he's really good at dodging questions. Let me tell you, he really does a good job at pretty much, having a good segue into explaining something else and kind of getting into a different conversation. So that's the biggest question of the day, right? Is there really another Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 9? Is there going to be? Could it very well be that Palpatine is going to be considered a Skywalker in, of course, this movie? The comics themselves, I don't know if you guys have been following it, but the last Darth Vader issue, where Darth Vader enters the spiritual realm, he sees a vision of Emperor Palpatine literally initiating the birth of Anakin Skywalker through Shmi. So that would actually make the Emperor the father of Anakin Skywalker if that actually comes into fruition in the real world. Mind you, at that point in time when Darth Vader saw this in the comics, that was in the spiritual realm. So that's an actual canon comic that I think a lot of people should really kind of investigate and really kind of look more deeper into it. So what do you guys take from J.J. Abrams? What do you take from another Skywalker being in Star Wars Episode 9? Is that even possible? Would it be a little too outlandish to really go over that in this movie that will end the Skywalker saga? Could it have something to do, perhaps, with what we have been hearing for so very long now about a young boy being cast for this movie that had a lot of scenes with Daisy Ridley during the end of the film? Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
night alone, we hear them moans again.